everyone, this is Chantal from Gardening with Peaceful Living NH. Today I'm going to take you on a garden tour before all the blooms are completely destroyed by the rain. It's going to be raining very soon, and looks like some people are mowing over here, so I apologize about that. I'm going to try to capture the blooms before they get decimated by the rain, because that's just what the rain does over here. But I also took some footage from a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to be putting that on the screen for you guys to watch. I won't be talking in that footage. There were a lot of things that were blooming at that time, and right now they're not looking their best necessarily. There's still a few blooms on them, but they looked a lot better a couple weeks ago. So I will be putting that footage for you also to enjoy, and I will be putting plant names as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting over here with this flower bed. It looks like a lot of the lavender is doing pretty well. I noticed that probably about 3 of them have died completely to the ground, so those will have to be replaced. But let's focus on the things that are blooming and looking beautiful over here. We have this Siberian iris that is kind of halfway through. As I have mentioned, we've been getting a lot of rain, so the rain have been just washing away a lot of the blooms. We get to enjoy them for probably about a week or 2 maximum, but that's okay. They still look very beautiful, and here's a close-up of the blooms. I just love these so much, and they multiply very quickly. And this right here is a Gertrude Jekyll. It is an amazing rose. It grows about 5 to 8 feet tall, but I'm going to try to keep it in check and not have it grow that tall. Looks like also some of the boxwoods are returning over here. I'll have to fertilize them. But anyways, look at these blooms. This thing is just so gorgeous, and the fragrance on this is just absolutely amazing. I love this rose so much. And right next to it down here, this is salvia. I don't know the name of the salvia, but it looks very beautiful with the blooms of the rose. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that it's going to be a low-growing salvia, so I'm going to have to move it more to the front of the bed later on in the season, or maybe a week or 2 from now. And then if we go over there, you see the bearded irises. They're in and out of bloom. It's just, again, the rain has been just relentless, and you can see their blooms are gorgeous. Let me give you a close-up. If I can show you like the inside of the bloom. Look at that orange throat right there, and just the beautiful lavender color blooms. I just love bearded irises. Here's a view from this angle over here. You can see the purple Siberian irises right there, the bearded irises, and the roses in the background. I just love this view. And then right over here under the nectarine tree, we have the Lamium that's been spreading like wildfire, but I love it. I want to put a stepping stone in here, and then one there and one behind the nectarine tree, so that it's easier for us to harvest. And this bearded iris, no, this Siberian iris planted itself over there, and I think it looks very sweet, so I'm just going to leave it for now. So now we're moving to in front of the shed. If some of you are new here, I have started a nursery, and this is where I do my displays. So I have these signs over here, the parking signs, for people to know where to park. But here, let me give you, and this is a chicken coop right here, because we're going to be getting some chickens in July, and we don't want to put the baby chicks in with the adult chickens, so we're going to be creating some space for them so that they could grow, and then eventually we'll introduce them together. But I don't believe I showed you these containers that I've made. So let me give you just a close-up over here of what I did. I'm sorry, there's still some remnant of things that I should have cleaned up, but it's been a really busy week. But anyways, so right here I have this Ipomea sweet potato vine. It is, I forgot its name. Maybe I have the tag right here. This is the Sweet Caroline light green sweet potato vine from Proven Winners. And then I have right here the Shannon Wild Petunia. the beautiful royal carpet alyssum, some black dragon coleus, and of course the grapevine that the rodent ate down to the ground. But it's growing again, so that's okay. But these containers have already filled up, and I planted them like a couple weeks ago. And you can see right here. This, I believe, it's probably a lemon, I suspect that it's a proven winner variety rose, what do you call it? The lemon squeezy something. I'll try to put the name on the screen. I could be wrong, but I think this is what it is. And it looks like I have here some goldenrod, trying to peek through, and I'm allergic to this stuff. So, and you can see right here, this is, sorry, the chickens are a bit loud right now. This right here is the not black scallop. This is, what's it called? Purple Palace Heuchera. And I just love the color between it and this kind of chartreuse fern right here. I'm not sure what the name of the fern is, but these ferns just kind of seed themselves over here, and I transplanted this one actually over here because it's been really difficult to grow anything in this area, and these ferns seem to do well. And the fig tree is doing pretty well. I had it in the garage in the winter, and I brought it out once the weather started warming up, and it was showing signs that it was starting to produce leaves. I was a little bit late on bringing it out, but I think it's doing great. But it does need repotting because this pot is pretty small for it. So we're either going to build a pot or maybe purchase a large pot. I don't know. We'll see how that's going to go. And here's the other container on this end, and I don't think I mentioned this one also. This is the apricot Verbena nana compacta. In the kids' garden, the dianthus is absolutely going for it. Look at it. It is. This is insane. I just love how it looks like. This makes me so happy. I love it so much. And you can see there's plenty of blooms that are about to bloom as well, or buds, I should say. Super exciting. The peony looks like it made it, so we have some leaves over here. It's going to take it a few years before it can bloom, but that's okay. The poppies were blooming a few days ago, and now looks like they're out, but I'm happy they are because they were clashing with this. Look at this red, and then this pink just doesn't work together, but the kids said they wanted it here, so I put it here. And they like red, so oh well, they like all the color. And this is just a quick look how things are looking like in the nursery or in the grow area. My husband has been helping me out a lot. He had a week off from work, so he was able to help me quite a bit with potting up some of the stuff over here with all the perennials and everything. And it was really nice to get to work with him. I love it. It's so fun. And we actually now have some plants available online. I'll put the link for you guys in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check them out if you are interested in buying some of the plants. But let me take you around and show you the rest of the garden. I'm not going to give you a close-up because this is full of weeds, and I do need to do a whole lot of weeding in this section over here. But the roses are in bloom, and these are just the knockout roses. It looks like we have some bug that's eating on them. And these are the salvias right in front of them. I think the purple and that kind of hot pink color work really well together. And then I had tons of cabbage that people did not seem interested in buying, so I took them and I planted them in a ring all around this area over here. I'm going to also plant something behind them, something with color, just to have more interest in here. I think they look really nice in here actually, especially when they start heading. They look sort of like a flower. I just love cabbage. I think they are beautiful, and they add such a nice interest into this flower bed and a different color and texture. You can see the difference between them and the Shasta daisies over there, you know, with the blue and the green colors. I think this is really nice. And if you remember the Weigilla that I transplanted from a little tiny seedling over here, it's doing really well. I suspect it's probably going to bloom next season. This season it did not bloom because it's busy putting on a lot of growth. And we have here some Love in a Mist Nigella that is just constantly reseeding itself over here, and I don't mind it at all. I love it. And then I came around over here and I also planted kale. I thought it will fill in this area and it will look beautiful. I think kale adds a nice texture as well, different color. And as I have mentioned, lots of weeds. I'm still waiting on the wood chips to come. So it's been really difficult battling all the weeds. I'd have to basically spend the whole day outside just weeding all the time. And that's not feasible. Especially with the nursery right now, I have very limited time. I haven't even started my vegetable garden yet. It's pretty busy. And we're also at the end of the school year, so the kids are doing their testing and all of that. So it's a little bit busy. Yeah. The butterfly garden is looking pretty good, minus the creeping Charlie over there. But it's just amazing. The salvia, this is the rose raspberry salvia I started from seed a few years ago, and I just love it so much. It was in full bloom just a couple weeks ago. I will be throwing all the clips of all the things that were in full bloom after I'm done showing you everything over here. This way you'll get to see them in full bloom and not when they're kind of like just petering out. But anyways, I just love this plant so much, and it reseeds itself quite a bit. You can see in the back right there, we have some right there. Look at that. Some here and several others over there. I'm super excited about that because I can just take them and plop them around in the garden wherever I think they will look good. And you can see the echinacea over here is also starting to bloom. This is the green twister echinacea, and it has also reseeded itself, it looks like. We have tons of little baby seedlings right here. I'm going to need to fertilize them because they look like they have some chlorosis. And then, of course, this is the butterfly weed, and it's just starting to put on some growth. It's going to take it some time before it blooms. This right here is the blue hyssop. It should be blooming in about a couple weeks or so probably. And then right in front of it we have the salvia. I accidentally chopped the veronica that was here. It's a low growing veronica. It blooms white. It's super, super low. It's like a border plant. It's about probably like 6 inches high maximum if it does get to that point. And the daylilies over here the foliage is looking good so far. We'll see when the summer comes whether I like them or not, but I think they are great for the pollinators, and this is a pollinator garden after all, so we're just leaving them here. And it looks like I accidentally planted one of the Siberian irises over here, but that's okay because it looks nice in here and hopefully it will multiply. We'll see. And then we have here, this is a chrysanthemum, Rose Robinson, I think, Robinson's Rose. It just started blooming. I planted it from seed also last year, and it's a little bit spindly, but I think it will thicken up hopefully by next year and we'll put on a lot more blooms. And then here we have the flax. It looks like it's going to need some support because the rain and the wind have just been relentless, but it was beautiful just a couple weeks ago. I love the blooms on it. And some lupins right there. We have the governor lupin and I think just a reseeder. It is just a blue lupin right next to it. But the pollinators absolutely love the lupins, and I love them as well. They are gorgeous. I gave them some fertilizer because they had some chlorosis a couple weeks ago. You can see it right here on this one. But they'll strengthen up. But these look a lot better now that I've given them some fertilizer. But this one was the worst, so it's going to take it some time before it can catch up. And then right here we have this beautiful Nova Zembla rhododendron. It definitely needs some fertilizer. I'm going to give it some chicken manure and fertilizer at the same time because it also loves the acidic soil. It looks like it's a bit chlorotic, not chlorotic, but I love the blooms. They're about to be done as well. And here's an update on what happened with the leaves. It looks like they've smothered a lot of the grass, but you can still see some grass is growing through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with cardboard and just cover this whole area. And here's a quick update on this area right here. The petunias are starting to fill in. And pretty soon this is going to look so beautiful. I just need to keep up on the fertilization, but everything is looking so well. We had like a typhoon type of rainstorm, and it broke some of the branches on the red bud, so I'm gonna have to prune that off. But otherwise everything is looking pretty good. And here's an update on the pots that we planted, what was it, like 3 weeks ago or something like that. They're looking pretty full. The Shannon Wild Petunia is right now at this moment it's going in and out of bloom, and I just suspect it's just all the rain that we've been getting and all the cold weather. Today it's in the 50s and maximum I think it's going to go up to like 60 or 66. So it's a little bit of a cooling. We're having a cool down for this week, but I suspect that these will start blooming right after this week, hopefully. It's been such a long and cold spring. This has been the weirdest spring we've ever had. Typically, it just, we have spring for like 3 weeks, and then right after that, we get a heat wave and summer just comes slapping us right in the face. But this year has been so different, and I was not prepared for it. I didn't plant any cool weather plants because I thought our springs are so short. What's the purpose for planting anything? Usually we have like winter, spring for 3 weeks, and then summer. But this year was very different. But I think they're looking pretty good considering all the weather that we've been having. And they're gonna be in full bloom pretty soon. And I just love this view right here. And this view. Oh, and look, we got cherries. It's so exciting. Oh, I can't wait. I love cherries. So exciting. It is full of them. Look at it. And I just love how this is turning out to be. There's some weeding to be done, but it's looking pretty good. I love the mullein in the back. Is that strange? I think it adds such a beautiful structure in the back. I feel like I need something weighty in the back just to like make this bed, I don't know, come together. Anyways, in the front right here we have the Yuki Cherry Blossom Dutzia, and it is about to go out of bloom, but it is just gorgeous. I love this plant, and I love how it spreads, and it also roots itself as it spreads. So if that's something you don't want, you might want to be just cautious about that. It's not super aggressive really. It's easy to pull it out from where you don't want it to be. It's easy to manage in my opinion. And right here, this is the Love Parade Yarrow. This is its 3rd year and is looking amazing. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it's going to be blooming soon, and I'm super excited to see it bloom. And we have some here, green twister echinacea, this white, double white blooming lilac, I don't know the exact name, I forgot the name, some geranium right here, hardy geranium, Gara in the back, and the Governor Lupin right here. We also have a black lace elderberry right there. and some Russian sage. I've lost a couple of them, I think, but I would love to fill this whole area with Russian sage. Now I'm going to overlay some footage of all the beautiful things that were blooming a couple weeks ago so that you guys can enjoy them. And I'll make sure to put names and maybe hardiness zone as well, if that is going to be helpful to you guys. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications of whenever I upload new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!